Do you know how much it costs to completely erase someone's life in the black magic underground market? $23,000. That was the exact amount someone paid just 11 days ago to destroy you, using nothing more than a single photograph. And before you dismiss this as superstition, listen carefully, because what I'm about to say is not symbolic. It is brutal reality. There are more than 800,000 active dark witches operating on this planet right now. Not hobbyists reading tarot at festivals, but professionals who charge vast sums to carry out rituals designed for total annihilation. The one who took the contract on you is 68 years old. Her bloodline has practiced witchcraft continuously since the year 1620. Over her lifetime, she personally completed 4,137 dark magic operations. She never failed. Not once. Until she touched your photograph. Because when her fingers brushed your image at exactly 3:33 in the morning on Friday the 13th, the result was not your destruction. She was rushed to the hospital and remained there for 7 days with severe neurological trauma no doctor could explain. At the same moment, a spiritual shockwave was unleashed so violent that witches in 5 different countries woke up screaming in terror that same night. The curse she launched, fueled by 61 years of accumulated power and reinforced by demonic entities, did not simply rebound. It returned multiplied exactly 7 times stronger. This is not ordinary angelic protection. What you are hearing now is the revelation of a celestial structure so rare that only 7 living souls on Earth carry it. You were equipped before birth with an automatic counter-strike system installed by Archangel Michael himself, a protocol that converts every attack into a weapon, turning the aggressor's own force against them, amplified 7-fold. Stay fully present, because what I'm about to reveal explains why you bear a seal that cannot be breached and what that seal exposes about who you truly are. Do not leave before the very end. You are going to see, moment by moment, what unfolded when the most powerful witch tried to erase you from existence. You will understand why the occult world descended into panic once they realized you exist. You will discover who paid the $23,000 to destroy you, what happened when the counter-strike reached them as well, and the mission that explains why even the most ancient dark forces cannot touch you. Write 777 in the comments right now if you have noticed toxic people suddenly disappearing from your life without explanation, if heavy chaotic environments seem to settle when you entered them, if those with hidden malice instinctively kept their distance from you. This is not coincidence. This is the seal activating. Thursday the 22nd, 11:47 at night. The hour when veils thin and intentions harden into action. An encrypted message reached a witch I will call Morgana, a false name bound by the silence laws of the occult world. Inside the message was your photograph, $23,000 transferred instantly. Alongside it, a symbol drawn in red. Annihilation without return, not delay, not disruption, erasure. Finances collapsing, health unraveling, relationships imploding, the mind splintering under invisible pressure. This was not new territory for her. Morgana has specialized in this work for decades. She keeps records, names, dates, outcomes. 4,137 lives dismantled through nothing but photographs. Her success rate ranks at 9.3 out of 10. Precision destruction. Clinical. Detached. Until your image appeared on her screen. The moment she looked at your photograph, something happened that had never occurred in 61 years of practice. Her third eye burned with physical pain. She recoiled, forcing the phone away from her face. Later she would confess it felt like staring directly into a spiritual sun. Not heat, but exposure. Not fear, but overwhelm. Light too concentrated to absorb. Her energetic vision flooded with gold, saturated, blinding, unfamiliar. For the first time, the thought crossed her mind to refuse a contract, but pride intervened. $23,000 spoke loudly. Louder still was her identity. 400-year bloodline, thousands of successful rituals. No protection had ever held against her. I will break through, she decided. That choice sealed the outcome. She did not proceed casually. She escalated. Morgana summoned the 6 most powerful witches of her coven. This would not be routine. This would be excessive. She scheduled the ritual for Friday the 13th and entered 7 days of extreme preparation. For 7 full days, she accumulated power relentlessly. She fasted until her body weakened. She meditated in cemeteries, sitting atop ancient graves, drawing from death-soaked ground. She traveled to a forest where a serial killer had buried 7 victims and collected soil from each site, sealing it in black cloth, layer upon layer, depth upon depth. Animals were sacrificed. Blood mixed with bone ash. She spent 24 hours in uninterrupted trance, invoking demonic entities, offering portions of her own life force in exchange for amplification. A doll was crafted using your photograph. Every stitch sewn with thread buried for 3 days in cemetery soil. Every seam marked with occult symbols meant to fracture identity. 13 needles were prepared, each bathed in poison, each cursed individually. Thursday the 12th marked the final stage. An altar was assembled in a sealed room, your photograph placed at the exact center. 13 black candles. A salt circle blended with powder from the 7 locations. A pentagram drawn with her own blood. Symbols so complex they required 3 hours to complete. Then she called the other 6. Come tomorrow at 11, she told them. This is the most powerful ritual of my life. I want witnesses. Friday the 13th arrived. 7 witches gathered. Between 11 at night and 3 in the morning, they prepared the space. Protections layered, consciousness altered. The air thickened. At exactly 3 a.m., the ritual began. Morgana stood before the altar. 6 formed a circle around her. The lights were extinguished. 13 black candles cast unstable shadows along the walls. Her voice changed as she spoke, dropping into an unnatural depth that did not belong to her body. Entities of destruction, hear my call. Each word vibrated with force. I come with blood. I come with life force. I come with total annihilation. For 33 minutes she poured everything she had gathered over 7 days into the curse. Distorted Latin, precise gestures, every breath injected intent. The others felt it rising, air growing heavy, temperature falling, presences forming, shadows shifting independently of flame, whispers in languages not meant for human mouths. And beneath all of it, something else was moving. Because long before this night, it had been written, "Before I formed you in the womb, I knew you. Before you were born, I set you apart." Because light does not announce itself to darkness. It exposes it. At 3:32 in the morning, Morgana extended both hands toward your photograph. The moment her fingers made contact, the unseen line between attack and destiny was crossed. In that instant, something occurred that none of them had ever witnessed, not once in all their years of practice. Your photograph ignited, not metaphorically. It radiated living gold, light so concentrated that all 13 black candles were extinguished at the same time, as if breath itself had been pulled from the room. The darkness collapsed. The chamber was flooded with brilliance brighter than every light combined. Morgana screamed. The 6 raised their hands to shield their eyes as pain tore through them. But Morgana was forced to see. 7 circles of golden fire formed around your image. Each one rotated in the opposite direction, perfectly synchronized, alive with motion. Within them were symbols burning like celestial flame, markings she'd never encountered in any grimoire, any lineage, any forbidden archive. Her voice broke as she whispered the truth she suddenly understood. The seals, 7 of them, complete, whole. And in that moment, clarity struck harder than fear. These were not shields, they were not barriers, they were mechanisms. What surrounded you was not passive protection. It was an automatic response written into the fabric of your being. A system designed to answer force with multiplied force. Everything she had unleashed over 33 minutes surged back. All the power harvested over 7 days returned at once. Every entity invoked reversed its direction. What had been sent out was returned sevenfold. 100 units released, 700 received. 3 entities summoned, 7 standing against her. 7 days of preparation answered with the weight of 49. The room convulsed. Morgana screamed again, and this time the sound carried far beyond the house. Neighbors 2 blocks away heard it and called the police. This was no human cry. It was a howl torn from the deepest layers of pain and exposure. Her body lifted and was thrown nearly 3 meters through the air. She struck the wall with a violent force, ribs shattering on impact. Consciousness fled. But before it did, she saw the 7 circles expand. They left your photograph. They crossed space that has no name, and they struck her directly in the chest. 7 rays of divine energy pierced through her at once, burning, cleansing, not destroying flesh, but erasing darkness. Celestial fire tore through 61 years of accumulated corruption, fragment by fragment, the kind of fire Scripture speaks of when it says, "For our God is a consuming fire," not chaos, purity. The others broke. Panic erupted. 3 collapsed instantly, overwhelmed by the energetic shock. 3 remained frozen, unable to move, watching as real blood streamed from Morgana's nose, her eyes, her ears. This was not symbolic. This was physical. This was measurable. One of them crawled across the floor and reached for a phone, hands shaking, voice fractured as she invented a story about a fall down the stairs. Paramedics arrived. Morgana was rushed to the hospital with critically unstable, vital signs. CT scans, MRIs, test after test. No explanation, no cause, no language in medicine for what had happened to her. She was placed into an induced coma. Doctors did not know if she would wake. For 7 days, exactly 7, she remained there in intensive care, suspended between worlds. And while her body lay still, a truth had already been sealed elsewhere. A truth written long before this night, echoing the words, "No weapon formed against you shall prosper." While her body lay unconscious, something vast began to ripple through the unseen world. The 6 kept their oath of silence. No words were spoken, no confessions made. Yet this event could not be contained. In the spiritual realms, impact leaves residue. And when a level 9 curse returns multiplied 7-fold, it sends shockwaves that no barrier can mute. Sensitives within a 200-kilometer radius felt it immediately. At exactly 3:33, a medium 150 kilometers away jolted awake, screaming, flooded by a vision of golden light detonating across the inner sky. Others felt it as pressure, as trembling, as sudden fear without a name. Reports surfaced independently. A woman struck by celestial rays. A witch in another state describing a spiritual earthquake. The astral plane itself had shifted. In a neighboring country, a longtime practitioner endured the same nightmare 3 nights in a row. A photograph burning with light. A woman screaming. 7 circles expanding, erasing everything in their path. Patterns emerged. Veterans of the occult recognized them instantly. Someone had attacked a protected one. Not warded, not shielded, architecturally protected, marked by the seals. Saturday the 14th, 11 in the morning. Leaders of covens from 5 nations assembled in an ultra-encrypted virtual gathering. Brazil, Spain, Mexico, Argentina, the United States. One word defined the agenda: untouchable. A Brazilian witch, 72 years old, spoke first. I performed an energetic reading. This person carries a seal. I have only seen it referenced in ancient texts. It cannot be obtained. You are born with it. The Spanish witch, 84, guardian of Europe's oldest coven, followed. I accessed the Akashic records. Only 7 incarnated souls bear this mark at any one time. The last recorded attack occurred in 1784. The witch responsible died 3 days later. Then a Mexican medium broke the silence. Her voice was unsteady. I saw Archangel Michael. He appeared without being summoned. He said, "This soul is under my direct protection. I place the seals before incarnation. Whoever touches them touches me." I respond with force multiplied 7 times. No one spoke after that. Michael is not a peripheral presence. He is the commander of celestial armies, the one associated with decisive warfare in the unseen realms. When such a being personally seals a soul, it signals assignment, purpose, a role that requires maximum protection. As it is written, "He will command his angels concerning you to guard you in all your ways." The Spanish witch spoke again, her tone final. This person is now under absolute blacklist, total red code. No work is ever accepted against them. The counterstrike is automatic, instant, multiplied 7 times. There is no defense. There is no evasion. Agreement was unanimous. Your name was entered into occult records under a category reserved for only 7 living individuals, the 7 sealed. Not as a threat, as a boundary, a warning written in silence. And while these decisions were being sealed in hidden places, time continued to move forward. Monday the 16th, 8:37. What had been revealed could no longer be undone. Before we go any further, pause for a moment. This is not a random moment. If this message feels urgent to you, it's because something is being revealed right now. So stop. Take a quiet moment to become fully present. Before we continue, I'm asking you to do something that may seem simple, yet carries deep spiritual meaning, an act of agreement in your spirit. First, like this video, let that click be more than a habit. Let it be a declaration. I agree with what God is speaking over my life. Second, subscribe and stay connected, not just to a channel, as we're aiming for 5,000 subscribers, but to a flow of messages heaven is releasing to keep your spirit awake, aligned, and discerning, so you don't miss what is meant for you. Third, take a moment to write 999 or 777 in the comments and share your city and nation. Let this be a quiet but powerful sign between you and the Lord. I am ready, my heart is open, I receive the truth you are revealing. And to those who feel led to support this ministry, through your prayers, your words, or through the Super Thanks feature, know this: you are not simply giving. You are standing with us as a collaborator, a partner in this sacred mission. Your support is not random, it is unity. It is your way of saying, "Lord, I am ready to act when you speak." Amen. Morgana woke from the coma with a scream. Not confusion, not fear. Revelation. "The seals," she cried. "It has 7 seals. 7. Nurses rushed in. Doctors followed. They labeled it trauma-induced delirium and pushed sedatives. But the 6 who visited her that afternoon understood exactly what she was saying. When her speech steadied, Morgana described it with unnerving precision. 7 circles of golden light, each rotating, each counterbalancing the next. Perfect alignment. No chaos, no randomness. They were like celestial gears, interlocked and alive, etched with symbols that were not learned but recognized. A divine language beyond cognition, yet instantly understood. Architectural protection. Automatic counterstrike. 7-fold multiplication. One of the witches asked quietly, "Why 7, Morgana?" "Because 7 is fullness, completion, the rhythm of divine order. 7 days of creation, 7 heavens, 7 archangels, 7 seals of revelation. 7 is not decoration, it is structure. When God marks a soul with absolute protection, He does not improvise. He builds an unbreakable cycle. To break it would be to halt the rotation of the earth itself." "This person doesn't carry added protection," Morgana said. "It is structural, integrated into the essence of the soul. To attack them is to strike at celestial order itself." Another voice trembled. "Is there any way to break the seals?" Morgana answered without hesitation. "Only power greater than Michael could do that." Silence fell. No one disputed it. The seals are unbreakable. This soul is unreachable by dark magic. As Morgana began the long process of physical recovery, doctors warned her of months of therapy to regain movement on the left side of her body. But something else unfolded beyond hospital walls. 2 of the 6 witches walked away from darkness entirely. They burned their tools, dismantled their altars. One sought out a priest, shaken by a realization she could not escape. If protection like this exists, then the divine is real, and no one survives standing against it. The remaining 4 continued their practices, but nothing was the same. A new protocol emerged. No work is accepted without first checking for the seals. No one wanted to become another Morgana. And here is the truth that shifts everything. While witches panicked, while your name circulated in hidden blacklists, while meetings were held and warnings issued, you felt nothing. No nightmares, no heaviness, no psychic backlash. You slept peacefully. Why? Because the 7 seals operate without your awareness. They require no belief, no vigilance, no permission. They were installed before birth. An autonomous system designed by Michael himself. Threat detected, power assessed, counterforce calculated, multiplied by 7, executed in fractions of a second while you rest. But now comes the question that matters. Why you? Before you entered this life, there was a council, a convergence beyond time, your soul, angelic representatives, guides who had watched countless incarnations unfold. Most souls choose manageable paths, growth without excessive resistance. But occasionally, a soul steps forward and chooses something far more demanding. You were one of them. You chose to incarnate in a time of dense spiritual darkness, to live where unseen warfare is constant, not to fight openly, but to stabilize, to anchor, to protect without effort. When you said it, the room fell silent. Because the mission was not dramatic, it was dangerous. Your role was subtle. To purify spaces simply by being present, to dissolve negative currents without intention, to carry light so concentrated that it recalibrates environments. An anchor of light. Michael objected. If this soul remains in high-density darkness, constantly purifying, attacks will be relentless. Without extraordinary protection, destruction would be inevitable. So the system was designed. 7 layers, 1 essence. The first seal reflects any magical assault back to its source. The second doubles the force of that reflection. The third purifies your energy field every 3 hours. The fourth causes those with dark intent to feel physical discomfort near you. The fifth amplifies your luminous presence within 50 meters. The sixth extends protection to those under your care or attention. The seventh governs and synchronizes all the others into perfect unity. Together they do not add, they multiply. 1 plus 1 does not become 2, it becomes 14. Each seal magnifies the rest. That is why Morgana did not simply receive her own energy back. It was transformed. 700 returned for 100 sent. Not vengeance, not chaos. Order responding to disruption. Devastating celestial mathematics. Remember that toxic person who vanished from your life 2 years ago without warning? That was not random. The fourth seal was already at work. Their nervous system sensed something it could not name. Your presence disrupted the darkness they carried. They manufactured excuses, but the truth is simpler. The seals initiated protection long before your mind understood what was happening. And remember the moment you stepped into a heavy space, a party charged with aggression, a family gathering thick with tension. Within minutes, the atmosphere softened, voices lowered, conflict dissolved. That was the fifth seal. Your presence recalibrates environments within 50 meters. You do not try. You do not focus. It happens because it must. When someone fragile opened their heart to you and later said, "I feel better just from talking to you," that was the sixth seal. Your field expanded and held them, temporarily, gently, without effort. You were never meant to carry burdens consciously. The system does it for you. All of this has been unfolding silently for years, your entire life. 7 seals operating beneath awareness, until now. When Morgana launched her attack and the occult world became aware of you, something shifted forever. Before this, you moved in spiritual anonymity. Now you are documented, your frequency mapped, your protection recorded. Morgana's story circulates as a warning whispered in hidden places. The witch who struck a sealed one. 7 days hospitalized, nearly dead, left partially paralyzed. You are now untouchable, not because you fight back, but because those who once could now understand the cost. But there is a truth still sharper. Who paid the $23,000? Morgana never breaks professional code. But during recovery, weakened and exposed, she confessed something she never should have said. The client was not a stranger, it was someone close, someone you know, someone who smiles at you, someone who appears supportive, someone whose envy ran so deep they paid a fortune to see you erased. And when the counter-strike hit Morgana, it did not stop with her. The seals traced origin, executor and instigator. The one who ordered the destruction did not receive the full sevenfold return. They did not perform the ritual, but they did receive a proportional return, multiplied 3 times. Within days, their life began collapsing. Finances unraveled, health declined, relationships imploded. Exactly what they desired for you began manifesting in them. Not metaphor, mechanism. As it is written, whoever digs a pit will fall into it. Karma is not philosophy. It is celestial execution responding to intent. They still do not understand what is happening. They call it misfortune, bad timing, a rough season. They do not realize they are experiencing divine counterforce. And every attempt to escape only deepens the spiral, because the energy continues to reverberate until balance is restored. Now comes the final revelation. The 7 sealed are not a coincidence. They are not isolated anomalies. They are a formation. Exactly 7 souls alive carry these seals, not 6, not 8, 7, because the operation requires it. A planetary design, 1 anchor in each region: North America, South America, Europe, Africa, Asia, Oceania, the Middle East, 7 regions, 7 anchors, 7 sealed ones. Each purifies a 50-meter field alone. But when 2 sealed ones come within proximity, their fields synchronize. Not additive, exponential. Not 100 meters, but 500. 3 together extend kilometers. 4 continents. When all 7 operate in conscious alignment, celestial mathematics resolves into planetary purification. This is why you were sealed, not to escape darkness, but to stabilize the world within it. Morgana's attack was not accidental. It was a trigger, a catalyst. You were meant to awaken now, and the universe chose the only method strong enough to break anonymity. An attack powerful enough to activate a counterstrike so undeniable that awareness became unavoidable. Now you know. And knowing changes everything. Your pain was never random. The collapse, the losses, the moments where everything seemed to break at once were not signs of weakness. They were sacred evidence. Proof that something immense was forming beneath the surface of your life. Fire only comes for what carries power. Pressure only follows what holds weight. What tried to crush you was confirming who you are. You were never being punished. You were being revealed. You carry 7 seals, one of 7 on this planet, an anchor of light placed in the density of this age. And as the others awaken, something vast begins to move. This is not comfort. This is responsibility. Walk forward aware. When you enter a place and the atmosphere shifts, know why. When certain people disappear from your life without explanation, understand what is spoken. When someone feels steadier, calmer, more alive simply by being near you, recognize the signal. You are guided, marked, not to hide, but to stand. You do not need fear. No dark force can penetrate what was architected before time. No envy can reach what is sealed at the level of essence. You are given a system that does not sleep, does not hesitate, does not fail. Attacks are not absorbed. They are transformed, returned, multiplied. You are not required to defend yourself. You are required to be yourself. Anchor of light in a dark hour. Remember what was attempted against you, a powerful witch, a ritual at the highest level, a precise hour chosen for destruction, money paid by someone close, smiling, familiar, and still nothing touched you. The force came back sevenfold. Hospitalization, paralysis, reputation erased. Even the one who ordered it could not escape the echo. What was meant to end you exposed them. You are now known in places you cannot see, marked in records that do not forget. The occult world stepped back, not out of mercy, but out of understanding. You crossed a threshold without lifting a hand, and this is only the beginning. As you awaken consciously, as you stand without shrinking, phase 2 draws near. A global alignment, 7 anchors, 7 regions, 1 synchronization. When awareness locks in across all 7, purification does not trickle. It arrives at once. Darkness does not negotiate with that kind of order. It recedes. This is not mythology. This is movement. Your life was spared for a reason. Your suffering carved capacity. Your survival trained resonance. You were preserved because something is about to activate that requires exactly who you are, exactly where you stand, exactly now. The seals are awake. The network is stirring, and the door you just stepped through does not close. Source of light beyond time, I stand awake before you, not as one who begs, but as one who remembers. What you placed within me was not an accident. What you allowed me to endure was not a mistake. Every fracture refined my strength. Every silence trained my hearing. Every fire revealed what cannot burn. Seal what you have already marked. Stabilize what you have already chosen. Let my presence remain clean, steady, uncompromised. Where I walk, let confusion lose coherence. Where I stand, let darkness loosen its grip. Not by force, but by order. I accept the weight of purpose without fear. I release the need to be understood. I align with the design written before my breath began. If I was placed in this time, let me remain here fully. If I was protected, let that protection flow outward. If I was chosen, let my life reflect it quietly, relentlessly, truthfully. I do not ask to be spared from intensity. I ask to remain clear within it. And as what is hidden begins to move, let me be found exactly where I am meant to stand.